Everyone, this is me Pooja Sharma Pathak and I am back with another chapter from class 8. The name of the chapter is Land, Soil, Water, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. So what is like land resource? So land resource, like you need to understand how much percentage of land is covered in earth surface. About 30% of earth surface area is covered by land, but not all are habitable because of the various characteristics. It might be because of rough topography, it might be because of climate, it might be because of soil, various soil conditions, and so there is like less amount of population in those kind of areas, and people used to stay mostly in plain areas which is mostly densely populated. Then you need to understand what is land use. Land use means when a particular land is used for various activities. It might be for settlements, it might be for building roads, build bridges. So when a particular land is used for this kind of activities, then it is known as land use. Then based on ownership, land is divided into two types. Number one is private land and number two is community land. Private land means when the land is owned by particular individual, for example house or particular land which is owned by particular person. And community land means when a particular land means when it is owned by community for common purposes, like say for example this government hospital, people used to go for common uses, so that is a community like land or common property resources. Then you need to understand like with the increase of population, the demand of more land gets increases, but you also need to understand that the land is getting scarce day by day. So people used to encroach the common land for various activity, maybe for agricultural activity, maybe for industrial activities and so on, and in that way the land is getting scarce day by day. And even there is a threats to environment. Number one is like degradation. Number two is deforestation. Number three is soil erosion, land degradation. All these kind of are threats to environment. So in order to reduce this kind of threat, number one, we need to do more like plant more trees, that is afforestation, and reduce the amount of deforestation. Number two is we need to check overgrazing by animals, and number three, like limited use of fertilizer, chemicals, pesticides. So all this can reduce degrading the land resources. Then comes the soil. The thin layer of grainy substance which is covered in earth is known as soil. So soil can be like formed due to the pairing activities, or like it has lots of advantages, like a particular soil can be suited to grow a particular crop. So when a breaking down of rocks due to various climatic conditions or climate changes or animal activities, then it is known as weathering. So then comes landslide. Landslide means mass movement of rock debris or earth down a slope due to earthquake, volcanic eruption, which leads to blockage of roads. So we need to understand like how we need to mitigate this. Number one is we should stop construction of settlement in landslide prone areas. Then we need to also understand like construction of retention wall to stop land from slipping. Number three is increasing the vegetational cover. This will help to reduce the amount of landslide. Then in order to stop degradation of soil and conserve soil resource, number one, we can do like intercropping. Intercropping means when the different crops are grown in alternate rows, like to protect the soil from rain wash. So that is known as intercropping. This kind of practice it is practiced in from to various in various countries around the world, so that they can protect the soil from rainwash. Then comes water resource. It is a vital renewable resources, but we need to understand that only 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered by water, and ocean water like fresh water is available of 3.7%, where 70% occurs at ice sheets and glaciers in Antarctica. So the planet is known as water planet. The earth is known as water planet since 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered by water, and only 1% is available for human activities or for human use as groundwater, fresh water in surface water as surface water. So we uses various kind of activities, like the people used to use water for various activities. It might be for agricultural use, it might be for industrial activities or growing up crops. So the water is used for various activities. So we need to understand the various mitigation. Number one is like treating the chemical out from industrial activities. When the industrial waste is thrown to water, in the ocean water, the activities should be done in such a way so that the waste is treated in such a way that the water body does not get degrade. Number two is water harvesting. Number three is canals should be properly used to minimize losses. Means it should be used properly so that the water does not get reduced, or it does not get reduced for the future uses. Then comes the natural vegetation and wildlife. So natural vegetation and wildlife exist between the narrow zone of between the lithosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere and atmosphere. It comes with a narrow zone of contact between lithosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere and atmosphere. So what is biosphere? Biosphere means living beings which are interrelated and interdependent on each other. That is known as biosphere. So this is you should also know about the ecosystem, the life supporting system. So plant, animals, all these are it comes in ecosystem. So plant provides us timber, food, then gum, whatnot. They provide so much of things, but we are degrading the plant spaces. We are degrading the animal spaces because people used to hunt lots of animals, illegally they are doing poaching. They used to kill tigers, they used to kill elephants, they used to kill for the skin, for their teeth. So all these kind of things are degrading their environment or the animal species. And also when we human interference is also having a vital effect on animals' life. So in order to solve this, there should be more awareness program like soil forestry, and also we can see so much of national park and sanctuaries are built all over the places or all over the world in order to protect the animal species. So all these points comes in this chapter too. And thank you so much. I just wanted to say, in the previous video I have discussed about resources, their types of resources, and also I gave a video about sustainable development. And if you like this video, please like it, share it and subscribe it.